Jimmy John's turkey.
Oh God! Oh my God!
So then his dick tasted like.
Ew! What the fuck?
Is that my ex? Shit, your ex is here.
Hello, and welcome to our 7th episode of Your Ex is Here. Today we're going to be interviewing Kenny. Shocker, he's Sophie's ex from the before times. And yes, he's white. He's very white. We're going to be interviewing him, and we have a guest interviewer today, Miss Hedi Sandberg. She's one of our comedian friends, and she's super funny. She has a lot of really good insight on dating and sex, and we love her to pieces. And so she'll be joining us later on this evening. And yeah, I'll give it to Sophie now.
Well, you just jumped into a no lube, just straight into it.
Sometimes you gotta.
These are your hosts, Sofi and Elani.
Yes.
We don't agree with foreplay, apparently. Speaking of foreplay, I saw this news article that said that they tested semen and coronavirus can be found in semen. So I know I tweeted or posted it somewhere about it, and you were like, what are we gonna do? And I was like,
panicked.
Well, I guess no more protein shots. And you're like, what do you mean protein shots? And I'm like, well, what do you mean no I guess I have to eat meat now? I guess I have to break my vegetarianism now?
Well, I didn't realize that you swallowed, and I didn't. I don't swallow.
Gotcha. So, like, for you, is it like no more
Don't you dare.
facials? Like,
Don't you dare.
Skincare is gonna...
Let's just stop while we're ahead.
Where does it go? Okay, well, anyway, you were concerned, and what's funny about that is, like,
For our other hoe friends.
Okay, but if you're having sex with someone already, you're gonna get it regardless of semen being involved or not, right? I mean,
guess.
are you wearing masks during sex?
Who the fuck? No, like, but let's not even talk about us. Let's talk about like married people. Like, let's say that your husband has corona and you don't even know, but you and your husband sleep together one night and he gives it to you via sex. That's kind of fucked up. But
so you think it won't be transmitted during like sleeping next to each other and during kissing, but
well, I mean, obviously it's going to be anyways. But I'm just saying, like, it doesn't help to have like an extra shot of corona
protein
injected. Corona protein. Who would have thought?
Who would? Not me. So here's a question: when you start liking someone, so you keep dating other people. At what point do you stop dating other people?
When we talk about being exclusive.
Okay.
But until I hear that, like, hey, I want it to just be us, and I feel the same way, I don't really lock it down with anybody because I don't feel like you should put all of your eggs in one basket.
Yeah.
If he hasn't confirmed it, because men are kind of tricky. So.
I completely agree. And, I'm all for, like, I'm, like, a big proponent of, like, open relationships and shit. So it's, like, even if you, quote, unquote, lock it down, like, whatever. But at the same time, I'm the type of person, like, when I like someone, I don't know what's wrong with me, but I'll get, like, tunnel vision and, like, I can't see anybody else. And I'm not interested in other people. And I'll, like, only like that person. And I'll, like, stop dating other people completely. Like, I'll stop, like, I won't answer Hinge messages and I won't, like, all that shit. And it sucks because it's like I'll do that just by liking someone. We're not like exclusive. We're not even dating or anything. Once I like someone, like I focus on them. It's just how I've like always been.
I got burned really bad like back in 2017. After that, I've kind of always just been very, very cautious to like be official with anybody because I don't trust it. I'm like, until you tell me that you 100% want to just be with me. And it's like you only think about, well, not only, but like you want to be exclusive. I'm not exclusive because there's no point. There's like, they're probably talking to somebody else. I don't want to lock it down in my head and then they're seeing like 5 other people. I feel like it's only fair for you to do what you want to do and see who you want to see until one of them is like, hey, I really like you. I don't want to see anybody else. Let's be exclusive. And that's only happened to me like twice.
And I think that's the smartest maybe way to be, but
I mean, it cuts down on disappointment and heartbreak.
it does, but
much.
it also like, I don't know. I don't know how to do that because no matter how many times I've been like all that shit, like I've dated so many guys who had a whole girlfriend on the side too, like all that shit, like even through all that, like I haven't just like not let my guard, like I just still like open myself up to new people all the time, and I don't see myself changing that about myself. And whether it's like smart, maybe not, but that's just how I like do it. And I just keep opening myself up to people and just like catching feelings for people for as long as that lasts, and then on to the next one, I guess. But like sometimes they stick, sometimes they don't, and that's just like life. But
my guard is like always up, always. Like I can't, I don't even like, I think even my last serious relationship, it took months for me to like officially like let my guard down and like let him know about my past and like all of my traumas. And like it takes me a minute to like let people in. I mean, like I know a lot of people, I date a lot of people, but like I've been told before that I'm hard to read and that most people are not even sure if I'm like really into them. And I mean, I guess that's fair. I mean, like I am into people, but I just don't really like, I don't keep on the, oh my God, you're so cute and we'd be so cute together and like blah blah, let's be like, I don't do that. I just kind of like.
And I think that's what's kind of cool about us doing like a podcast about dating together, because we're like complete opposites in that way, I think. And like I'm literally the opposite. Like I'm literally the opposite of you in that sense. And like my guard's always down. I talk about my traumas from the first date. I jump into like I love you from like the fucking first date. Like I don't mind wearing my heart on my sleeve and all that. And so like it's kind of cool that we are like different and we can talk about it. Well, do we want to go ahead and introduce our guest and our guest interviewer?
Yeah, so Miss Hedi runs the Laugh Index Theater here in Washington, D.C. She is a very prominent female comedian in the DMV area. She's performed all over. I love her to pieces. Not only is she like a very good comedian, but she's a good friend too. She's a solid rock to lean on when you're having like a bad day. She always has good advice, and she's super sweet. And I love her. And she's like you. She dates younger guys a lot.
I didn't know that about her. Good to know.
Yeah.
We'll have something in common.
She's, I don't know if she qualifies as a mini cougar because she's older than both of us, but she's definitely on the prowl. Hi, Hedi.
Oh.
Hello.
All right. So you go ahead and grill me. I'm ready, I think.
All right. Sophie, let's ask some questions about Kenny. I can say his name, right?
Yes, Kenny.
Okay. It's anonymous. Okay, Sophie, how did you and Kenny meet?
We like went to high school in the same place, like city. And when I moved back there when I was like 22, we would go out in the same group of friends. And I used to think he was really creepy. I remember like being like, this guy is just like always just there, like creeping. And he has like a very like, I don't know what he looks like now because I haven't seen him in so long, but he has like a very like California beach boy vibe. And I was like, oh, this guy is like a douchebag.
Sounds like.
And then one day we were at this bar, him, me, and my other guy friend, and out of nowhere, they got jumped at the bar. And they like got beat up, and Kenny took like one punch and he was out cold. And then my friend got like
date him. Damn, he sounds a little pussy.
Dude, honestly, it was kind of like he took one hit and he was out cold. And then my other friend was like fighting, and I tried to like punch the guy, like I tried to jump in. It was fucking insane. And then when everything like died down, like Kenny was finally awake, and I went and sat next to him, and I was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like babying him all night because you know boys are babies.
They're such babies.
Yeah. So I was like, "Are you okay?" And that's the first time we really kind of like bonded and became friends or whatever. Yeah.
You bonded over him getting hit in the face. That's such a Jersey Shore type of thing.
That really, yeah. That
like he is snooky, obviously.
Well, wait till you meet him.
Yeah, fucking way. Sounds like a win. What's your favorite and least favorite thing about Kenny?
I don't know him. I don't know. So it's my least favorite thing about him. I guess my favorite thing about him.
He's asking me.
Well, oh, about Sophie. My least favorite thing about Sophie.
I was just asking me about Kenny.
Oh, my bad. Let me shut the fuck up.
Sophie, what was your favorite and least favorite thing about Kenny?
My favorite thing, oh god, my favorite thing about Kenny is, I mean, I think, oh, fuck, this is, I should like sort of think about these
Not
things.
the SATs, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I mean, I think my favorite thing about Kenny is that he is like really, I feel like he's very genuine and he's really sweet. He's like, I feel like there's never any like hidden intentions with him. Like he's just a very like genuinely like nice guy. And very like himself. And then my least favorite, I would say, is I'm just gonna go with that he's white. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with that.
Oh, that 100%.
That'll do it. That's what says a white straight man. Yeah, I'm just gonna go.
That's horrible. I don't know why you even did anything with him. You are a fucking trooper. All right. Thank you. Okay. This is gonna be interesting because you were with a white man. How was the sex? Now we're all just very curious.
Yes, the sex with Kenny's actually really good. I remember the first few times like were really good, and I remember he made me come like 3 times in a row one time, and I was like, yo, and just from dick, like, yes, I was like, okay. But then there was one time, and he doesn't know about this, so he's gonna find out when he listens to this. But there was one time where he used to work at Jimmy John's, like the sandwich place. I don't know if that's a thing around here. And
I live by one.
yeah, like one time after we were really drunk and we went to get Jimmy John's because he got it for free or whatever the fuck. I had my little turkey BLT, whatever the fuck it's called. And then afterwards, we're like in his bed, we're hooking up, I'm giving him head.
Nice of you.
And because I hadn't brushed my teeth, I had eaten the sub, like my saliva tasted like Jimmy John's turkey.
Oh god. Oh my god.
So then his dick tasted like
Ew, what the fuck?
so fucking gross.
I'm
It was
screaming.
disgusting. And like when I told my friends about it, like they didn't know who it was because I kept it anonymous, but they were like, "How's Jimmy John's dick?" Like that was yes.
Oh, I love nicknames for dudes. Jimmy Johnson, that's fucking hilarious. That's also a really good dick name too.
Yeah,
That's like 2 dick names in one.
Oh my god.
really is.
That's perfect. Maybe that's
that was interesting, but that was not his fault. That was my fault. And other than that,
also he got hit, so he didn't give a shit.
he didn't give
No.
a fuck. Like, yeah, like
You're like, this is kind of weird.
I don't know. For all I know, when he ate me out, he had the same thing. Maybe I had Jimmy John's vagina. Like
he was like, this tastes kind of weird, but whatever. What was your favorite feature about him?
I like his dick. Yeah, he's got it. Yeah,
I'm very happy to hear that.
you know how Elani says like
Jimmy John's dick, it's nice.
Hey! I like the Jimmy John's dick. Extra mayo.
Okay, good. He will be so happy to hear that. And he's white, so that's quite okay. How long were y'all together?
we were casually hooking up for like I actually don't know how to. I don't know.
I feel like
I have a really bad memory.
I'm in the same situation, so that's a valid.
I will let him answer this because I literally don't remember.
He's gonna be like, Sophie, how long were we together? He won't know either.
Yeah, a month.
Don't mark this shit on the calendar. They're like, what day is it? You're like,
I
your phone, bitch. That's what it is.
there
Okay.
you go.
How was the first kiss? Was it a Jimmy John's kiss or just like a normal human one?
Well, then.
Five Guys kiss.
That's a valid question. The first kiss was actually really cute. So we were coming back from the bar and it was a group of us, like 5 or 6 of us, and him and I were walking in front of the group for some reason. And he's like the type of guy, like he's just really nice and sweet. So he kept apologizing for things. I don't know. He's just that type of guy who like will be like, oh, sorry. I don't know. He was like flirting and being shy and he would be like, sorry, I didn't mean it, like whatever. And at one point, like I stopped and I was like, stop apologizing. And I like kissed him. And it was really sweet. We're like in a parking garage, like and it's
Self-sexual,
him in
yeah.
like a corner.
Romance.
It was so cute. Yeah, so that was our first kiss.
Yeah, parking garages. I would never think that's romantic, but whatever works for you. I know how you guys do in North Carolina. That's cute. Did you see yourself in a serious relationship with him?
I don't know if I could date Kenny, I guess. I mean, I guess it's just always like, oh, he's white, but other than that,
No one's perfect, if that helps. I mean,
I know, but I think I could date Kenny.
I'm
And
dead.
yeah,
No one's.
well, like being in a like dating is one thing, but being in a relationship is another.
right. I mean, that's a loaded question, but I feel like I could see myself in a relation. Why not? I guess I don't see any pros. I mean, any cons about him other than being white. Like he's sure.
Kids are gonna be all fucked up, because he'll be white. Okay, that's cool.
Well, long distance. So he lives in LA now, and he'll tell you that. But so like that's why right now I'm like no, because long distance. But like in the future, could I ever date? I mean, sure, yeah, I could be in a relationship with him, I guess. Yeah.
Did you ever have feelings for each other?
I think when we first started hooking up, like maybe there was like a little bit of feelings there, but I think it just quickly like became obvious that like neither, like he had just gotten out of a like relationship and I wasn't looking for a relationship. So it just became obvious that like we just weren't trying to do that. So we just didn't let it go anywhere, I guess.
And then what drove you guys apart?
I don't remember. I have no answer because I don't remember. Like it's like one in my memories, like one thing I know we were like consistently like hooking up, and the next thing I know we just like
so like fizzled.
I don't know, but I know he moved to LA at some point, so I think
did he tell you he was moving to LA? Because that's a big part of it.
Yeah. Like he made the move, and I think that's probably like a big reason why. I don't know, but like whenever he visited, we hooked up again. So it's not like it completely died out. I'm sure if I saw him right now, we would.
You'd be fucking. You'd be
probably.
Duh, they would be. Duh.
So I would make a white guy exception for him, probably.
Yeah.
This is quarantine, desperate times. Call for
desperate measures and white dick.
Fucking take what you can get. God. I want to see what he says about what drove you guys apart. He's gonna be like, "Aren't we still together?" He won't know. Yeah.
I hope that's a better memory.
Wait, I need to refill my drink.
You go do that, and we'll call him in.
Yeah, be cool.
Yeah, audio. Yeah,
Wow. Should we introduce him while he's getting his tech issues?
Yeah. Hold
set up?
So
Sophie.
This is the room of a. I don't even know how old he is.
What? I thought you said you knew he was older.
I know that, but this is the room of a. I don't know. Let's play a guessing game. Guess is the room of a 14-year-old or a 28-year-old.
Well, technically, all men are 5 years stupider than their actual age. So,
hey, yo.
Welcome back.
Kenny, how old are you?
13 and a half.
That sounds right.
27.
You're 27. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'm 27.
So what's going on with the that's a mean little mustache you got going on.
I know, I can't grow a beard at work, so I just have to keep the stash.
Can you grow a beard, period?
Hey, no,
13
that's
and a
not.
half. Of course not.
Let's not attack the man.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, I can grow a beard. It's just really nice and blonde.
Oh, okay.
It's very blonde.
So
It's
your
almost
work will let you have a mustache but not a beard?
Yeah, because at work, we can't have any like chin hair. It's really lame.
Where do you work?
Little Caesars.
What are you drinking?
Dr. Pepper.
Beer. I just put it in a mug because it's in a big ass glass.
Editing this episode is going to be a mess.
So he's 13 and a half, as we said.
Yeah. Younger guys, right?
I'm
All right,
dead.
I'm gonna shut up so y'all can interview him and they can't talk. So go ahead.
Okay, cool. All right, Kenny. So I'm going to be interviewing you. And, well, Hedi, do you want to do like half the questions and I'll do the other half?
Yeah, I'm going to do the top.
Are you saying I'm a top?
No, well, where you like on top, but like I'll do the top questions. You want to do the bottom ones?
Oh, so I'm bottom.
I'm kind of worried now.
No, we just switch it up, and then we can both have both positions if you want.
I'm a switch.
This is
Okay.
teamwork.
Okay.
Let's switch back and forth.
Okay, fine. You do the top. I'll be the bottom. That's fine.
So I'm in the middle?
No,
You're nowhere.
you're on the side.
No way.
You don't
This is
exist.
me and Elani, actually. We're having a thing.
Yeah, you're just
Sort of
here.
letting you part of it a little bit. Okay. Hey, Kenny. My name's Hedi.
I'm so
Sorry,
dead.
Hedi. Hey, how did you and Sophie meet?
I think it was through my old roommate Brett. Like he told me about her, and like I kind of met her through him. And then also just being downtown at the bars in Winston, you kind of get to know everybody.
Did you go to high school together?
I don't think so. No.
Okay. Hey, Kenny. What are your favorite and least favorite things about Sophie?
Oh God, I haven't seen Sophie in like 3 years, or was it 4 years? I think it was the last time I went back to NC. But I don't know. Her attitude was probably one of my favorites. When we go out and have fun, she'd always have the attitude. It was like it always made things interesting. I don't know. The fact she does care. She is a good homie, but I don't know. In fact, she's hot as fuck.
That's so accurate. Yes, that's
Mhm.
yeah, that's true.
10 out of 10.
What was your
agrees.
least favorite thing?
Least favorite? I don't know if I got really enough time to really figure out a least favorite.
Ooh.
I had no hate on her ever. So
If you were like her attitude, I'd be like, oh, that's a double-edged sword. That'd be
well, I mean, yeah, you know, if you said the wrong thing or did something wrong, you know you're gonna get it. So just gotta be careful.
But you are in LA, so you're probably safe at this point. I wouldn't worry right now.
I'm
Far
screaming.
away.
Oh, hey, Kenny, how was the sex?
Eddie.
We're all
Just
adults here
right.
except for you because you're underage, but how was it?
No, I'm just kidding. No, it was awesome. It was always definitely take care of each other kind of thing. She would always do what she needed to do, and then I would always try to return the favor as best I could.
So she'd always show up.
Oh yeah. She
said
never was.
You gotta do it as best you
She
could.
always showed up. Yeah, for sure.
A for effort. Thank you. As behalf of all women, we always appreciate good effort. That's so
Yeah, right.
Okay, last question for me, and then I'm going to turn over to my bottom, Elani. What was your favorite feature about Sophie?
I don't know. I want to say ass, but that's like the normal. I feel like everyone's just like, oh, her ass. But I mean, yeah, it is nice for sure. But no, I don't know. Her like she just kind of like stood out a little bit from everybody. She like didn't look the same as the girl next to her. So I don't know. That's
such a
probably one.
good answer. That's really
Yeah.
hot. I'm wet.
I still think she's no. She's been a homie. I always thought she was attractive. So and then yeah, it was good.
That's so sweet. Aww. I guess I'm gonna take over now. Okay, Kenny. So how was y'all's first kiss?
Probably really drunk. Fact, no, I don't know. I think I don't know if it was at a bar or like at our house or somewhere. I can't remember where it was at, but I remember it was just like, it was just like one of those things of just like, we hung out a couple times and then all of a sudden it just happened. She was just like, I think she came at me.
Probably.
That's sexy.
That sounds like Sophie, honestly. Could you see yourself in a serious relationship with her?
I don't know. I can't see myself in a serious relationship with anybody really, so.
Take note, ladies.
Or at least right now. At least right now. But when we were hanging out, it was like we understood what was going on, so there was no like
You knew
connect.
the
We
vibes.
weren't gonna be like, oh, I'm in love with you, like kind of shit. But it was like it was fun. Like we actually had some fun. Cared about each other a little bit.
Just a smidge. That's cute. Okay, did you ever have feelings for each other? Like, were you ever just like, oh my God, I love this bitch?
Definitely was into her for sure. I was like I said, I don't know, she kind of stood out, so she was like, I was trying to figure it out a little bit, but I don't know, it was more of the fact of time and place. It wasn't something like I was still in the process of trying to figure out if I was gonna move out here or not and all that stuff. So, but yeah, I did have a little feeling for her. I thought she was cool.
Cool beans. So what drove you guys apart? Was it just you moving out to LA, or?
Yeah, both of us moving. She always was going up north, and I was going out west.
And then that was that. It was like no more.
No, I still hit her up when I went back. I went one time, and then we hung out.
Did you guys hook up when you hit her up?
Yeah, totally. In the back of my little sister's Audi.
What?
Isn't your sister, your little sister's like 12 or something? What the fuck? Still driving?
No.
Oh my god. Would you hook up with her right now if you guys are like in the same room without like me and Hedi there? Oh wait, never mind.
Or we can be there, either or, whatever.
We don't have to. We're voyeuristic.
We can do that. That's fine. We'll take
So
it.
don't kill me later.
We'll do commentary in the back. It'd be hilarious for us.
Yes. Like, put your back into it, Kenny. She deserves better.
Arch that back. Sorry, we should stop now. Would you guys check out if you were together right now?
I mean, I would say yeah, hopefully. What the?
She's mad at me, not you. I'm gonna get it later. I just know that. She's gonna be like, bitch, what the fuck? Like,
look at your quarantine, so it's fine.
True. She can't hit me in my own room. But okay, yeah, that concludes our interview, Kenny. But don't run away just yet, because now we're all gonna sit and compare answers.
Oh, word?
Mm-hmm.
Can I talk now?
Yes, bitch.
Kenny, I forgot about the car sex and your sisters. I fucking completely forgot about that. Dude, that was like really good car sex.
Yeah, that was a good time.
But no, I was thinking about when you visited. I was thinking about when you came to my apartment when I was in the one bedroom.
Oh, yeah, I did come there.
Yeah, that was December 2017 because you were the last white guy. But I forgot about the car. That was like literally the best. Because remember Aaron and Elani in our episode 4, I think? You were like, car sex is always bad. And I was like, no.
Yeah, that was fun. Because it was kind of just like, it was like one of those things of like, I felt that, like, I guess it was like a little bit of tension, I felt like, at least, like, of like, damn, like, you know, I was like, I totally want to hook up with you a little bit. And then you were like sitting there, and then it just kind of happened, and it just like.
Hedi, have you had good car sex?
Yep.
I've actually never had car sex.
What?
I've had a lot of sex, never had car sex. But I feel like I'm also very tall that it'd be really hard for me to have car sex.
Dude, I've had sex in a Miata.
Wait,
You know
Kenny,
what that
how
is?
tall are you?
Like 5'10".
I'm 6'2", and I try to have men match my height a little bit, so
Yeah.
it would just be really impossible.
Damn, yeah, no, I mean, tall thing, yeah, that's hard sometimes, I guess, but.
How would you know, Kenny?
Well, I'd have to look up.
Yeah, it's like, you would have to look up.
I'm
Hedi
not
is.
mad about not being tall, though.
I've done
The
it most
rating
and all the
authority.
time. I just like, I don't know. I feel like my legs would like get stuck between like a door and like the seat. I don't know. I'd be too scared.
I don't know.
I
Hedi,
would
do you
definitely fuck
have,
it up somehow.
well, I have a question actually, side note. Do you have sex with like, or in date and stuff like guys who are shorter than you, or do you have like a.
I have actually, well, not most. 6 foot is like, I kind of like when guys are a little shorter than me. I think it's like kind of cute. I'm just like looking, I'm like, oh, you're so adorable. But like, if I'm gonna date, if you're shorter than me, like you better be buff as fuck. That's like my rule. Like, don't give me like a short, skinny guy. That's disgusting. Like, I want like a, yeah, no, I don't do short and skinny.
Kenny, get out of the room.
That's the worst combination ever.
I'm proportionate, okay?
Let's see. Stand up so we can see.
Long hair. I wouldn't.
Stand up so
Yeah,
we can
stand
see.
up.
Stand up. I
Yeah.
don't have much room behind me. Hold on.
I
So
always say that.
Hold on. I'm not like that bad. Can't really see.
This
We
doesn't
can-
mean anything to me.
we can like hardly see anything except skinny arms.
I mean, I am skinny. I'm not big though, but I'm not mad about being smaller.
That's
Okay,
fair.
I'm comfortable with myself.
I complimented your dick in my interview, so you're welcome.
She
Oh,
loved
well,
it.
thank you.
She was. What did you call his dick again?
Jimmy John.
Well, that was separate, but when because Elani last episode she was like, "Oh, he's a long boy," talking about the guy he was really tall.
He's 6'3".
Right, the other guy, whatever. his name is.
Tristan.
Yeah, so I was just saying, like the same thing applies to his penis, not.
Kenny, your dick is great apparently, so. Miles
So his dick
Honestly-
is a long boy, is what we're
Yes,
saying.
is what I said.
So like,
Well, appreciate that.
I mean, if it wasn't for the fact that, like, you know, we're a podcast and we can't really have nudity on the show, I'd be like, show us. But we're not going to do that because we have dignity and we're ladies.
And respect.
Right.
Respect.
I also just remembered when you had me on a leash for a whole night. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah, that was great. That was great. Yeah.
We were like out at the bars.
Yeah, I did. She had a leash on at the bars, and I just like kept holding on to it the whole night and wouldn't let her go anywhere. It was so
We even went to
funny.
this guy, random people's house, and we were just sitting there. You remember?
Still had her on the leash.
Yep.
You guys should like record and like put on the internet or something. That's a lot.
There's little videos and pictures, but
It was funny.
Oh, wait, that's the same one. Never mind.
yeah. And then I was remembering, what else was I talking about? Oh, so our first kiss, I remember it.
Yeah.
We were drunk. We were walking back from the bar, and we were walking through the parking like garage that goes, remember, from 4th Street to your house?
Oh yeah. We cut through that little.
Yeah. And we were under there, and you kept like apologizing for shit. You kept being like, sorry. And I like stopped, and I was like, stop saying sorry. And I kissed you.
Oh yeah.
It was cute. It was really cute.
Yeah, because I felt bad because I was like, I felt like I was like being too much or something like that. And I was like, I'm sorry if I'm like being too much to you or something like that. And you were like, no, shut up. I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, stop apologizing. Yeah.
Yeah, that was one of those drunk escapades walking home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And we should talk about, I didn't tell it because it didn't come up. We should talk about
Oh my God. This
your
is
ex-girlfriend. My bad.
Yeah, okay. So when I was like, was that 22 or 23? I think it was 23.
I was 22, so you wanted
Yeah, so I was 23, like about to turn 24. And I was dating like a 30-year-old at the time. And
You were? Why?
The bar scene, dude. Working at the bars and all the different restaurants and shit, you just happened. I don't know how it happened, but it was interesting. And then so like we hung out, we were probably together for a little bit, and then we ended it, and I was hanging out with like my roommate and stuff, and like Sophie came to hang out with us and like was hanging out with us all night, and then she was gonna come back. So we like, you know, hanging out. We're laying in bed. We're not like doing anything or anything, you know, we're just laying there chilling right there. And my roommate let my ex-girl, it was like 3 a.m. too, remind me of this. It was like late as fuck. And my roommate lets my ex-girlfriend in the room, and she comes in the house, and I hear, and I was like, oh shit, like this is not about to be good. Because it was like a couple weeks after we had broken up, you know? And so she comes in the room and starts yelling at us. Like,
well, you were in the bathroom. You were in the bathroom.
Oh, no, I walked out real quick because I was like, I gotta go to the bathroom, refresh real quick, get ready for this. And then she came in, and I remember you handled it so I didn't have to say a word.
I mean, so she comes in the room, and I'm sitting in your bed, fully clothed. I'm just like sitting in bed, like, because I was about to go to sleep. And she comes in, and she's like, hi. And I was like, hello. And she was like, what are you doing? And I was like, sleeping, bitch. Like, what the fuck? And she was like, are you and Kenny having sex? And I was like, no, we're literally sleeping. Like, I am just, do you see me in my pajamas? Like, I'm trying to go to sleep. And she was being crazy. But then, like, I tried to tell her off, but then she tried to like do the fake friendly thing where she was like, girl, I just want you to know that like you can't, like, but she tried to like be my friend. And Kenny was in the bathroom, like right there, and Kenny was like, go away.
I was like, get out of here.
She was like,
I was so worried that shit was about to go down. I was like, I just don't even want to see this. I don't know, that was funny. But then, yeah, I remember you brought up that because she had hooked up with your ex right after you guys broke up that one time.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, and then you said that, and she was like,
yeah, I was like, you fucked my ex like the week after we broke up, so you have no fucking room to talk. Yeah. And she was like, oh no. And I was like, bye, bitch.
Yeah, that was
she like guys, damn.
So that was fun.
And then she still stayed the night.
I did. That was the first time I spent the night. And then, dude, without obviously naming names, how many threesomes did we hear from your room that your roommate and my friend were having with different guys? At least 3.
I remember there was one that wasn't even involving the roommate. It was like
that's right. So I had this friend. She was a hoe, which is great because, I mean, same. No,
cool.
nothing bad. But my friend was a hoe. and we would all hang out, and like Kenny and I would come back to his room, and she would do her thing and have threesomes in like her roommate's room. Me and fucking Kenny would just hear the threesomes and be like, well, we're going to sleep, I guess. Well, yeah, so that was fun.
Yeah, it was interesting.
And like Hedi's just like, well, what are y'all doing out in North Carolina?
North Carolina
That's pretty
shit.
intense. So.
There's not much to do out there, so you know you gotta find your own fun.
Yeah.
Especially
And then
downtown
I did
Winston.
tell them about a nickname that I had for your dick. Do y'all want to?
You want us to tell
But
it?
it's okay. But it.
Let me say it. Can I say it?
I do it.
But you gotta
Can I
explain.
say
Yeah,
it?
just say it. Just.
Jimmy John stick.
Oh yeah.
But
I guess
Awesome.
With extra mayo.
it's like, well, duh. I didn't say the extra mayo part. That was you.
I like the extra mayo part because
Good
like
bag.
if he comes inside of you, it's extra mayo.
And it's a turkey because he's pink. I mean, yeah.
White.
I have an orange light under my desk that shines on my face, so I'm like red right now.
He's so dead.
Oh yeah. What else? I mean, I feel like other than that, like our answers like matched up. I feel
Yeah.
like I pretty much said the same thing. I was like, you know, I feel like we have feelings for each other. Like we liked each other at first, but then it's like we were on the same page about like you got out of a relationship. I didn't want one at the time, so it was just like we just knew
Yeah.
what was up.
Yeah, we were just, it was chill to have just company at the time, you know, like
Yeah.
go out to the bar, have some fun, get drunk, and come back and have someone to lay with, hang out.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and we understood that. We weren't like, it wasn't like, you have to go home. You know, it was like, no, it was like, you do what you want. Like, you go home, like, you know, I'll go home.
Yeah.
So, it was fun.
And it never got like,
No, it was never bad. Like, that's the thing. That's why I could still hit you up today and be like, hey, what's up? And you're like, hey, what's up? I miss you. And I'm like, sick. You know, like, there's no bad blood.
there was one really funny thing, which was I woke up one morning to a text from you saying, call me when you wake up. Do you remember that? We can talk about it. It's fine.
I think so.
And it was like 9 a.m. or something. And I called you and you were like, hey, I heard something last night at the bar.
Oh, yeah. No,
Yeah.
that was crazy. But I was straightforward. I was like, I went straight to ask you when I heard about it because I was like, hold on. I know
You
Sophie.
barely asked me. You were like, you asked me, but you were mostly like, I know it's not like you were like, I know this is whatever, but I'm letting you know. But
Yeah,
so you
I
don't know
was
how
just-
North Carolina is. Kenny, go ahead and tell. What
God damn. Yeah, okay. So apparently the bar I worked at, they found out, they knew I was like hanging out with Sophie or whatever. And I guess for some reason, like someone didn't like her there and decided to start some rumor that she had like an STD or something. And like,
HIV specifically.
yeah. And they were like telling me I need to be worried and go get checked and shit like that. And it literally, I was like, hold on. I really don't think as like sexually active as Sophie is that she would be just out doing something like
Yeah,
that.
HIV is a pretty serious STD.
Yeah, I was like, no, you guys
It's
are
a
literally
crime
just
to not tell someone you have it.
it was grown ass people doing like a high school rumor, like, you know, like, oh yeah, like she has STDs, like, or she has HIV. It's like, bro, like, no. And then I went and told her, I was like, hey, like, I don't think I believe this at all. Like, I'm for sure this is definitely not real because I don't have anything going on. But just let you know, like, people are saying some stuff and telling me not to hang out with you.
It's so shitty of them.
That's
Yeah, and
awful.
Yeah, and it's not even like we were really hanging out like that, you know. So
Yeah.
it was just kind of funny that people like put that around us, and I was like, whatever. That's how much
Yeah.
that people worried about what we were doing compared to what they were doing.
Right. So that's fun.
Yeah.
But I appreciate Kenny's just being like, I know this is probably not true, but I'm just letting you know this is what I heard type thing. And I was like, yeah, like,
Yeah,
and honestly, like, I don't even care about stuff like that because the way I see it is like the only people that need to know my like status as far as that is the people I'm having sex with and myself. Like, that's it. Like, I don't really care if other people, whatever they think or whatever, like, I'm not fucking them. So I literally do not care what people think, you know? So I'm like, the people I'm having sex with, no. And that's all that matters to me.
yeah.
Oh, and remember that night, that time? Oh my God, I want to like put this video up. Remember when I spit on you, like the drink? Remember we were doing the
God, yeah, we
staring
were sitting there
contest,
staring.
and I had, for some reason, I had a drink in my mouth. I don't fucking know. And then like I couldn't stop. I laughed and I spit my entire drink in your face. And there's a video of it.
Yeah, I think that's still on Instagram on somebody's profile. Whose is that?
Probably mine.
I think it might be yours, yeah, or somebody. But yeah, we were sitting there like looking at each other, and you had a mouthful of beer, like you spewed it all over me. And I'm.
I don't know why I had a mouthful of
I was
beer.
like, what the fuck? I have no
It
idea.
doesn't make
why
any
either.
sense. I had no business having a mouthful of beer.
Kenny!
Let's talk about you moving out to LA and like how's that dating scene and all of that been for you?
Honestly, I've been taking it as easy as possible out here, like low-key with that whole scene, because like
And he's been 3 years.
I know, but I mean, like I've hung out with people for sure, like like I hung out with a girl for like almost a whole year, over a year, and like we never actually officially dated. That's what she said, but like we were basically just like hanging out for a whole year together every day. But that ended pretty bad. Yeah, I know, right? That's what I said, but she didn't want it that way. I don't know, bro. Yeah, no, it's been like, it's a little different. I took it slow though, just because like when I first moved out here, I didn't know a single person really. So I had to like start fresh and meet new people and then like get into like, finding out who's who and like all that stuff. So
makes sense. Do you feel like it's like easier to find people to date out there than in North Carolina, or harder?
It can be easier for sure, because it's not the same people. There's so many more people out here that like you literally won't see the same person every day.
Yeah.
Like you can literally walk the same route every day and you'll see different people every day and stuff. So it's like there's like an abundance of people, like, and that's another thing too. It's like since there's so many people, there's so many options. So it's like, sometimes like someone's like, oh yeah, well, let's hang out, and then like after a couple times you hang out, they're like, another one, because there's just like, it's just like on to the next one always.
So I remember you telling me like when I saw you in December 2017, you told me like the opposite, as far as like you were like, the girls out here, like they're hotter, but they're like really stuck up and they're really like
a little more, I guess you could say like a little more pretentious, like like they're like, they know that they have it and shit, and they live in Cali, they got all this, and like it's just like, it's like more glitz and glam out here than it is out there. So it's like a hard exterior you have to fight through to get to like actually know somebody pretty well, because they build up that like image of, oh, I'm this person, this and that. So it's like, it takes a minute, but I don't know. It's like, that's the whole point, you guys. Is it worth it to break down that far, or is it just worth it to just like keep chilling? So
yeah.
And also it's just different people out here. Like relationships are like cool, but most people don't want relationships out here, that I've realized, like, especially like in their 20s and stuff, like mid-20s, they don't want to date or anything, or not trying to be like that, but a lot of the girls that I've known out here have kids. They're like 24, 25, and they'll have like a 5-year-old, 6-year-old kid. And I'm like,
I feel like that's everywhere, no?
Yeah, like, I know, but it's just like, I guess the culture out here is a little different, to where a lot of girls have kids younger. I don't know.
Interesting.
I'm not like judging, it's just, that's just how it is out here. It's like the more of like the Mexican style family, Chicano style.
I feel like I saw that a lot in like Winston, but like, okay, Elani, you're from Texas. Do you feel like people in your hometown like had kids really early too, or?
Yeah. A lot of my friends are my age and they're already on like their second or third baby.
Mm-hmm.
And meanwhile, I like got an abortion at 20.
Yeah, I mean, more power to it. It's just I couldn't do it right now. I'm 27 and so don't even think about a kid at all.
Yeah, I mean, I like kids. I just cannot like see myself with one permanently all the time, 24/7. Find a babysitter, make sure they go to the right school, do their hair every morning. Like,
they're very expensive.
Yeah, and also it's like dating someone with a kid that's not yours too. That whole like responsibility that kind of adds. I don't know.
Yeah,
that's true.
Okay, so I think that concludes our interview.
Oh, weird.
For tonight. Thank you so much, Kenny and Hedi, for joining us. You guys are both
having me.
Angels.
Yeah, dude. Thanks, dude. I appreciate that. It's good to see you, Sophie, even though it's through Zoom.
Better than nothing.
Right?
Yes, at least this time Sophie cannot spit in your face.
Hey, who says I didn't like?
I was about to say, I think he enjoyed it. So.
Well.
All right.
Either way,
right, that concludes it.
Yes, it does. Thanks you guys for joining us for episode 7 of Your Ex Is Here. Your guests today were Hedi Sandberg and
Kenny Diachenko. I will see if he wants to plug in like his Instagram or something. I forgot to ask him.
Yeah, super sweet guy. Super fun girl. Mm-hmm. It was a good time.
It was a good time. And now we know how it's like to date in LA compared to North Carolina. Not that any of you are going to date in North Carolina. I don't think so. But
why would anybody?
Why would anybody date North Carolina? I don't know. But
yes.
All right. So just know that coronavirus can be found in semen.
Be careful.
Yes. Be careful out in the streets. And other than that, thank you for listening. And we will see you on the next episode.